big afternoon this for the Newcastle Knights. Disappointing at home against Canberra, and they really have a poor record up in these parts.
They certainly do, Dan. Yes, I'm looking forward to this one because I think there's got to be a bounce back from this side that won 10 straight to finish the 2023 season and get themselves into the finals. 28-12, they went down to the Raiders. They were in the game. It was 8-6 at half-time, only down by 2 points. Very poor second half. On the flip side, the Cowboys couldn't have been any better in their opening 40 minutes against the Dolphins. 31-12 they led at half-time. They'd scored 5 tries and had some outstanding performance. Good signs for them from their back rowers. Jeremiah Nano, who I thought was a bit disappointing last year, injured, missed a fair bit of footy, but he was very good, and as was Helam Lukey. So looking forward to those two. And I think some of the battles on the edges are fascinating. You know, Bradman Best up against Zach Labert, who was outstanding last week. Only 6 games under his belt. Holmes up against Gagai. You've got the back rows, Frizzell, Lukey, and Kai Pearce-Paul for the Newcastle Knights, starting his first game in the NRL. He was handy when he came onto the field against the Raiders last weekend.
Yeah, played 40 minutes, but does start tonight. Here they are, the North Queensland Cowboys, back at home. And Kalen Ponga, remember, this is where it all started for him here in these parts, and here they come, the Knights. Kalen Ponga did have some nice moments last week, despite the defeat to Canberra. A line break and a couple of very strong runs always looked the threat.
Well, he looked like he'd set up a try that was going to put Newcastle in front. It was pulled back and they had the try taken off them, but he was kept very quiet in the second half. Newcastle, for some reason or another, just couldn't bring him into the game. They had a fair bit of ball, but really struggled in that second half. So they want to be a fair bit better than they were then against the Raiders, as the Cowboys make their way onto the field, the home team.
Indeed. Led out by Ruben Cotter. It's a familiar looking side now, looking to bounce back from such a disappointing 2023 and reclaim their 2022 form. Scott Drinkwater, an offload machine last week at Suncorp.
Yeah, 16 runs too, so highly involved, but it didn't have any line break assists or try assists. He still is their most dangerous player with the ball. So look for him. It's a great battle between these two. Drinkwater up against Ponga.
Geez, we can barely go a game without a good fullback battle, and we've got a good one here. Different styles of players, but they certainly are so effective for their respective outfits. Well, here we go. It's the Cowboys and the Knights. It's Super Saturday here on Fox League, and it's the Cowboys to receive as they bring it back here. Haven't lost to Newcastle in this part of the world for a decade. Ponga is going to get close, in fact, beyond halfway.
We're getting close to the 20-minute mark, Dan. Can Newcastle take advantage of the field position that they've had and come up with points?
Well, as Brent Tate told us, it's we do have these conditions here that won't mean a 20-minute drinks break. It's not that bad, but trainers on the field. Oh, Elliott straight down the middle. Elliott goes all the way. And finally, the Cowboys yield. Adam Elliott has scored, and Newcastle finally on the board.
And just ran straight past him. Drinkwater comes up into the line, not fully committed to the tackle, and he's brushed away by Adam Elliott there. No cover from the inside. Helam Lukey fended away. He got close enough to make a grab, but couldn't stop Adam Elliott, and they do make the field position and possession they've had down this end of the field count. Jacob Saifidi, 16 runs between them. So that goes to show exactly what sort of chat went on last week in the build-up for this game. As Ponga makes sure of it to lead 6-0. The Middles would have got a rocket.
Neem keeps it going to Townsend. The double pump now, Drinkwater fashions a pass which has gone a couple of metres forward. He tried to get it around one. Oscillating left to right. And it comes left. And Hastings dropped down. So Cogger for Hetherington. And there's an offload from Hetherington. And now Cogger almost grinds his way over.
Take your step back, Jack.
Hetherington's offloading is hurting the Cowboys. There's the short pass, and Elliott's got 2. Adam Elliott has got 2 tries. And it's a It's a pass from a big forward.
That man is the hardest player to tackle in the game, Dane Gagai. And then just watch Jack Hetherington here. Just holds the ball up slightly, bang. Splits two players.
That's Cameron Smith stuff.
Bullet pass in between Townsend and Nane, and Adam Elliott scores try number 2. And I guess when you look at the dominant play that Newcastle have had.
And that looked like a pretty relieved Adam O'Brien we saw in the coach's box. I think he enjoyed that try with Hetherington laying it on. And he certainly got the long ranger in him. And a bit of concern there for his shin. But that is a fantastic first half from Newcastle.
They have been pretty tight-lipped, the Cowboys, on the severity of that, but he won't return, so not good news for Hillam Lukey.
No, thank you, Tatey. So it makes their task harder, but also concerning about the weeks ahead. And now this is a good bullocking run here from Tal Lungi. It's been a solid opening set so far. Elliott shrugged away by Tal Lungi. Cotter down the middle. Bit of energy about this opening set from the Cowboys to this second half. Can they get the finish? Townsend putting it up, and Marju loses it. Here they come, the Cowboys. Somehow Felt has manufactured a pass that nobody saw except Chad Townsend, and just like that, the Cowboys are back in the game.
Felt he had 3 Knights around him, and somehow just slipped the ball underneath all of them. Marju spills it. There's Felt. He's got 3 players on him. Very quickly out to Chad Townsend. You spoke about their set. Well, it got them in a position to put up an attacking kick, Dan, and you'd hope there would have been a response after half-time, after a very poor opening 40 minutes. But what a start to the second half for the Cowboys. 1 set, 1 try as we continue to look at these Harvey Norman replays. Kyle Felt. Just watch it. Just sneaks it out. Marju, well, he was asleep. What was he doing? He just dropped the ball. He should have been able to shut it down.
Well, I thought that would grab your attention. Holmes. And that one looks much more promising. It's there. The Cowboys. Noted the home crowd giving the Bronx cheer. That's always a bad sign when Townsend put that one out on the full after having 2 penalty kicks reeled back in the first half. But the Cowboys here, what a chance this is. Oh, Finu Feriaki, he's a giant. Put down here, that's got to be 6 more tackles. It is Frizzell with Robson zipping upfield. Cowboys instantly inside the 20. Now it's the Knights all of a sudden on the ropes. Townsend shows it inside and goes himself with Granville there on his outside. Townsend. Robson, extravagant little head fake, and that's got Drinkwater to a tee, and Kyle Felt becomes the Cowboys' greatest try scorer. He had one denied last week. They won't deny this.
Floats a beautiful pass, dummy to the open from Robson, hits Drinkwater, realises that the Knights' defence is all jammed in.
Knights now shell-shocked after the last few minutes. Or there's a good start. Greg Marju. Granville just holding on. Here's Paul, shrugging away there for Nane. And then rushing past Cotter. Inside the 20, Newcastle. With Daniel Saifiti bumping it up on tackle number 3. With Elliott getting it on. Gamble out to Frizzell. Talungi there racing in to cut off the out-the-back play. Ponga away to Gamble. A little dart, but well contained. Cotter and also Granville. Last play. It's Elliott. He scored 2. He puts in a kick. It's play on. Now the kick from Hastings. It's a try to Marju. Great creativity from the Knights, and Hastings on what would have been tackle 1 rolls in the kick, and Marju gets the try.
The ricochet bounced back into the hands after an Elliott kick. Didn't expect him to be kicking the ball, and then that's a great little touch kick. Left-footed kick there from Jackson Hastings. Just sat along the ground. There's the ricochet, and what a strike rate. Newcastle, first time they've had the ball in the second half, they come up with a try off the back of the Daniel Saifiti hit on Jake Granville.
one.
Well,
Jed
that's a
looks
great
good.
kick.
It's a brilliant kick from Kalen Ponga.
And Gambles and Hastings on the left-hand side with Pierce Paul. You'd be living in his pocket. You would not let him go.
And, oh, he's caught that short. He's caught that short, Nano. It looked like it was going to go the 10.
Kafusi, which one was the Cronulla player who was taken out off the kickoff?
So here's the kick, and it's 20 points to 10. So Newcastle inch out to a 10-point margin.
Kai Pierce Paul, the guilty party.
And McLean. His 6th run. McIntyre. Saw a lot of ball last week, Sam McIntyre. 14 runs. Played to Robson. Back to Tamalolo. Strong run, so he does get a second stint here in this close contest, where it's sent on from McIntyre to Dearden away. Finufuiaki can't get it done. Gamble around the ankles. Gagai up top, but here comes the crash play. Dearden. Oh, he might have got that down. Tommy Dearden thinks he scored. Deadly near the try line. Tom Dearden gets the Cowboys within one score yet again.
Silly stuff from the Englishman, and on the run, Tom Dearden splits the two defenders. One was Leo Thompson. Crossland had to come in, couldn't get enough of it, and Dearden grounds the ball despite Crossland all over him, along with Leo Thompson. He's a powerful runner, Tommy Dearden.
Basically, this angle that he missed the penalty goal in the first half. And he puts it through. So we're down to a 4-point margin and so much time to go. They get a set restart here, and they're inside the 10. Robson's got Townsend. Townsend keeps it going to Drinkwater. Goes deep to Holmes. Val Holmes scores, and the Cowboys are going to tie it up. But hang on. That happened a little too easily.
Okay.
Well, he pulled up on his run.
No try. I just want to see if there's an obstruction or a defensive decision.
It did come along very comfortably.
Finufuiaki is the player. Does he take out Tyson Gamble?
Cooley Kefu runs at the chest of Tyson Gamble
Cuts back
and disadvantages the line. Decision made.
Val's body language told you immediately how that was going to transpire. Well, Newcastle, what a shock for them. But they stay in front. Another chance for North Queensland. Townsend, Nano starting to really threaten on that right edge. Here's Townsend again. They let him run, and he makes it to the 20. Drinkwater floats to the left. Dearden out to the fullback. And he doesn't want to take a risk. Finufuiaki is one player that could do it on his own, but not here, and he might have been a little bit hurt by that one. 2 tackles, 15 metres. The kick from Townsend. Nene! Jeremiah Nene has scored what will be surely the winning try. And from 12 down, the Cowboys have woken up in the second half.
The last couple of seasons, the ball movement here. Finufuiaki, as he goes to ground, it looked like they might have been able to snatch it there through Tyson Gamble, but the Cowboys with a set restart, and Chad kicks it on the 4th play. And Nene, the great reader of kicks, chasing through, easy, all square with a kick to come.
He has scored in more than 50% of the games he's played.
Newcastle almost bounced back immediately to extend it to 10.
It's the wrong angle for a right footer. Oh my goodness! He's missed it, Val! It's 20 points all! But now they're close. Holmes is deep, but it comes to Townsend. He shoots! He got it!